What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? So before the celebration actually started, I already had made up my mind that this is gonna be the first thing I do. So I went ahead and farmed as SA and unlocked all the paths, and gonna go ahead and get the Sky to Rainbow status. I was actually quite curious what this guy's performance would be at 100% potential, and looking back on it in hindsight, this guy is actually very good for a free-to-play unit. Not only that, but his max level is 100, so he's not even a TR unit. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised with this guy, and I did give him level 14 for additional attack for his super attack skill. So let's just cover the stats a little bit. He does have the leader skill for the giant form category, as well as agility type plus 3 key, and then HP attack defense increase of 50%. So if you don't have the Tapion unit, this guy could be a replacement for the category lead. Now, the giant category does give out bonus drop rates for cards and items. So you could essentially get this guy first, and then go ahead and build a giant category team and farm through the story event that way. The super attack will cause supreme damage to the enemy and also raises attack for 1 turn. So that's why I gave him level 14 for additional attack, and then level 12 for criticals. I figured that'd be a good approach for that one. The passive skill will increase attack and defense by 50%. Plus also an additional 50% increase to attack when facing 2 or more enemies, and also has the ability to turn into the giant ape. So this guy is definitely could potentially be pretty helpful in Battle Road. I'll kind of test that out over the next few days, and I mean, if he's facing more than 2 enemies, you're looking at an attack boost from the passive by 100%. So pretty good overall passive skill. Links, he's got Saiyan Warrior Race at 700 to attack, Saiyan Lineage plus 1 key, Team BARDOCK plus 1 key, Saiyan Pride 15% to attack, and then Transform will also add plus 2 key, and finally Saiyan Roar will add 25% increase to attack. This guy falls into 3 categories: low class warrior, giant form, and pure Saiyans. The most ideal setup for him will be obviously the giant form, but he could do equally as well on pure Saiyans team. So as you saw, the max stats is 12,035 for HP, attack is 10,220, defense is 6,578. 12 key multiplier for this guy is 135%, so not bad. And again, this guy is for a free-to-play unit and a UR unit. This guy is actually very good. I was actually shocked at how decent this guy was, especially on the giant category team that you're seeing for this showcase video. And it's really nice that they do have the potential system buffs for the great apes and giants, and transformation mechanics like that. It's nice to be able to see the additional attack and criticals kick in. Definitely makes the great apes a lot more powerful, especially with the additional attack and criticals. I mean, you see quite a bit of difference from that. So he does link well with the rest of the Saiyan great apes, just because that Saiyan Roar will add 25% increase to attack. That is a pretty decent boost. And then Team BARDOCK are some of the link skills, but also Saiyan Pride will add another 15% increase to attack. So you can certainly link it up with units like Shuges, Borgos, and Tora. So yeah, even Fasha. So like, this guy is definitely a good unit to include. If you don't have the tech version of the Great Ape Bardock, this guy's fine. And for those that have the tech version, this guy can be, you can farm his SA by using the card drops from the story event. It's not, the drop rates are actually pretty good, especially if you bring a giant category team. I had no trouble getting cards to drop. Like, I would actually get it on average 3 cards to drop it for 1 run. So it really doesn't take that much time to farm this guy. And I did start off the video with the Turles Dokkan event, because the giant categories get a damage boost on here. So just out of curiosity, I ended up deciding to start off with this event, but we will switch over to the boss rush stages, where it's more of a leveled out, different types of enemies type setup. So it's more ideal for testing purposes. You will see the Bardock unit linked up pretty much most of the time with the Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, just because of his passive for 33% increased attack on top of link skills like the Saiyan Roar. So it definitely does help out quite a bit with the damage potential. And obviously these figures are inflated a little bit right now because the category gets an attack boost, but when we switch over to the boss rush stages, you're still going to be able to see a pretty decent amount of damage put out by this guy. So I rarely actually do videos where I recommend yes or no if you should rainbow a unit or not, but in this case, like, I'm actually very happy that I maxed this guy out to rainbow status. He is actually performing very well, and I would certainly recommend that, especially for free-to-play type players. This guy is a pretty good unit overall. And again, I mean, he can be ran on super type team or the pure Saiyans team setup, and you know he'll link up fine with the rest of the units. I mean, you're looking at link skills like Saiyan Warrior Race and Saiyan Lineage. So, you know, even though there are specific links like Team Bardock and Saiyan Roar and Transform, you know, the other links are good enough to where it'll make up for that. He's probably not going to struggle too much with, you know, getting the super attacks. It would have been nicer, though, if he did get link skills, more link skills that, you know, had key boosts that weren't specific to, you know, Team Bardock and Transform. I think if it was a little bit more universal, it would have been better. But again, this guy's max level is 100, so you know, I don't know when, since he just got you know, Dokkan Awakened with the introduction of the new story stages, so it probably won't happen for a while. But for a level 100 max unit, this guy is actually pretty good. Like I keep saying, I'm actually surprised how good this guy actually is. And yeah, I mean, he links up fine with the you know, Turles unit, Great Ape Turles, and I'm sure he'll link up fine with the other movie boss category lead Turles unit as well. I haven't tested him out on any other different settings except for the giant category team. So, you know, if you guys have him maxed out to a rainbow status, let me know how he does on other team setups. I'm sure he'll do fine. Like the you could run a super team with, you know, one of the rainbow type leads or the Tech Vegeta Blue, and you could certainly link up with other units that provide attack defense boost as well as key boost. So yeah, I mean, things should be fine. Alright, so let's test him out with the Dokkan mode, how he does. I'm guessing it'll be decent. It's not going to be anything ridiculous, but it'll be decent because, again, he's going to get the maximum potential with his passive when he's facing 2 or more enemies. So by only facing 1 enemy, he's missing out on potentially 50% increase toward attack. In addition to that, what percent was it? 50%. So attack and defense increase of 50% plus another 50% when facing 2 or more enemies. So yeah, definitely a decent enough passive for free-to-play. And he hit for about 1.7, 1.8 million with the critical. Again, he was only facing 1 enemy, so that's minus that additional 50%. I will say there is a lot to do right now with the countdown celebration campaign going on right now, so you know, it's definitely a good thing that things are picking up. I'm definitely happy about having pretty much a lot to do. So, and I'm sure things will get even crazier once the 250 million download celebration actually starts. Like, it's gonna be wild, and people are gonna be hyped up a lot. So obviously these 2 other units do have Dokkan Awakens now, so you know, I'm gonna have to, you know, farm for their medals and whatnot too. But you know, we'll see how they are. Maybe I'll do a test on, you know, the 3 units that got Dokkan Awakens within the you know, Team Bardock, Giant or Great Ape team, and we'll see how they do now. Yeah, but I am loving the fact that Great Apes do have additional attacks and criticals. I mean, it's really nice that they have that, and it makes things a lot more fun. It actually makes the category relevant because it's actually useful now. So you know, we'll see how things play out and how many people actually run this team a lot on a frequent basis. So this Goku that you're seeing right there is 100% a rainbow status as well, so it'll be a good way to kind of see how this version does versus a summonable unit at 100%. So, you know, even though the type advantages are a little bit different, you know, you'll see glimpses of other units, like the Tapion unit myself is 100%, as well as the Friends unit. So, you know, you can certainly use that as a basis to compare how this free-to-play actually is. So, you know, 1.5 million with the critical type advantage with the Goku unit, and then let's see, Bardock without the type advantage, without criticals, he hit for about 860,000. So, you know, very good output for a free-to-play unit. Obviously, it's going to be damage is going to be a lot less against the Super Saiyan 3 Goten, so that's just the way the Dokkan event is set up, so it's not going to reflect, you know, realistically what kind of damage you can put out. But I figured, you know, it'd be worth including just to see, compare him to the other units and how he does. So we've got another Dokkan mode coming up, and pretty good links. Let's see how he does. I mean, for other category setups, like if you run the Pure Saiyans, I mean, you could certainly run them with Turles and Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, and they'll provide a lot of boost toward attack, and you know, you could certainly hit for a lot. I mean, they're going to be missing out on potentially some percentages toward attack, but it's going to more or less make up for that with the you know, other units that could be included on a team within Pure Saiyan. So. Probably equally as interesting. Alright, so this is pretty much the showcase for the free-to-play Super Agility Grade 8 Bardock unit, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Maybe it'll pique your interest and maybe investing some orbs into this guy. So thanks for watching, and check you guys later.